Imagine you're having the best day ever. Everything goes your way, smooth and easy. You woke up feeling strangely energetic, you're cooking breakfast while listening to your favorite podcast, your dog is peacefully snuggled near your feet, the smell of your morning coffee is starting to fill the room. And you feel so content, so happy, that you almost feel like exploding because there is just too much joy, too much good in this day. But then, as the day goes on, you start to feel strangely uneasy. You feel unexplained anxiety rising, as if something bad is going to happen. You don't know why, but the day that started so happily now feels like a nightmare. This is something that sensitive people tend to experience in their everyday lives. What may seem like a strange phenomenon to you from a psychological standpoint is actually a recognizable pattern. There are several reasons why a seemingly good day and the feeling of happiness can terrify you to the point where you can't function properly anymore. But before we dive into those reasons, we need to look at the most common cause behind this strange reaction. We need to go back to where it all started, to a time when you were too young to understand any of these things. Why calm in your adult life can suddenly feel overwhelming is often because it feels unfamiliar to you. Especially if as a child you grew up in a home where calm never lasted, where your parents' moods changed without warning, where affection felt uncertain, where you had to stay alert to understand what kind of day was coming. In a home like that, your body can learn that peace is temporary, that a quiet evening may suddenly turn into an argument, a kind interaction may be followed by distance or rejection. So even when life becomes safe, a part of you may remain watchful. The thing that happens to you when you're having a good day may be connected to something called hypervigilance. Hypervigilance is a state of constantly looking for danger, even when there is none. It begins in the amygdala, your brain's threat detection center. When it's been overactive for too long, it stops waiting for evidence of danger and starts assuming it, firing faster than your prefrontal cortex, the reasoning part of your brain, can step in to say, "We are safe." Your sympathetic nervous system runs quietly in the background like a motor that never shuts off, scanning voices, faces, silences, not by choice but because your body learned that staying alert was the only way to be safe. And the amygdala does not distinguish well between unfamiliar and unsafe. So when something feels soft and peaceful, your body may not recognize it as safety. It recognizes it as unknown, and unknown is close enough to dangerous. This experience can also be connected to a term called cherophobia. Cherophobia is often used to describe a fear of happiness, or the fear that something bad will happen if you allow yourself to feel too happy. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that you hate joy. It may mean that joy feels dangerous because in the past, good moments were not always safe. So you may have learned to never become too excited, too hopeful, or too relaxed. Because if you never allow yourself to feel completely happy, then maybe the disappointment won't hurt as much. You may also recognize this as the feeling of waiting for the other shoe to drop. It's when you're constantly waiting for the bad news, waiting for the mood to change, waiting for the moment when everything stops feeling good. And sometimes the waiting itself creates anxiety. It's not the good thing that is making you unsafe, it's the uncertainty around it. So if you're having a good day and that unexplained anxiety starts to creep in, try not to fight it. You don't have to force yourself to feel happy. You can simply notice the pattern. You can remind yourself that this feeling belongs to an older version of your life, a version where calm was never guaranteed. But you are allowed to learn something new now, that good things don't always come with a hidden cost, that calm doesn't mean danger is approaching. And if that feels frightening at first, it doesn't mean you're doing something wrong, it means you're learning. You are learning that good days are meant to help you relax and feel at peace. They are safe enough to enjoy, and you can absolutely let yourself rest inside the moment. If this felt true for you, there is more here whenever you're ready.